This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of October 19, 2020. Well, things are going to continue to be just a bit hairy and rocky and crazy this week, but we do have moments of coming to terms in a very positive way, personally, with what has been changing and with what has been going on. We have the massive and ongoing potential this week to ground and center ourselves and realign our lives in a much more improved way in response to everything that has been going on. Now, this all occurs, and I'll give you the blow-by-blow, it occurs in the context of the two inner planets, Mercury and Mars, still being retrograde. So there's a lot of going back over, redoing, breaking, fixing. And in fact, if you notice something a little different about the quality of the sound on this particular week's podcast as compared to previous weeks, the reason is that the computer that I use for audio recording is in the shop as I record this. So I'm having to use alternate means. One of those planets, Mars retrograde, is finishing his attack on the planets that have been deconstructing the established order. We start the week with Mars making a challenging aspect to Jupiter, the guy who enlarges everything he touches. So there could be like one last hurrah, one big kabam, efforts spiraling into wild and crazy new territory. Your desire to go after things just mushrooming and mushrooming and mushrooming. Mars will not hit these points again until late in December. So we're in the final phase of whatever he's been up to, ripping things up this month. And then he hands off the process to Venus, his counterpart, the planet that rules our social interactions, what we value, our attitudes about money, relationships, creativity. He and Venus are in an adjustment aspect as he finishes running this gauntlet of challenging, action-demanding aspects. There may be a call for us to adjust the way we're going about things. We may be called upon to adjust some of our attitudes, some of our values, some of our actual relationships as a result of this. And we've got lots of relationship adjusting going on in the wake of the Libra new moon from the 16th, which hit us, pushed us all to a something's got to give and now we have to do something about it moment in all of our relationship rule books. So Mars goes slam, 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 slam against all of this deconstruction and change and the coming up with a new way that we're going to have our institutions and our personal foundations. And then he hands it off to Venus in a way that says, got to go about this differently. And then she proceeds to run the same gauntlet, but in a compatible, harmonious way. So from the 19th to the 24th, all our relationships easily flow into whatever the new changes are, new structures, our relationships, our attitudes about money, maybe even our finances, maybe even our creativity. All of those change, adapt, find a way to ground all of this rampant change and hit a point of internal stabilization. It's important to keep in mind that Venus is in her Earth Mother guise right now. She's in the sign of Virgo, which is fixated on how can I make this better? How can I heal this? How can I do this more effectively? She's a little workhorse, a little cleaning agent, highly rational approaches, analyzing, being critical in a proactive, productive way, and geared toward reorganizing and improving. So anything in your life that was important to you that made it through this rocky gauntlet of mid-October now gets to fall into a healthier, saner, maybe stripped down format. You may find this a very good time to go out, be in nature, take your shoes off while you still can, stick your feet in the dirt, take your vitamins, watch your sleep schedule, take baths. Very good way to deal with all this. The sun slips into Scorpio while Venus is running this gauntlet on the 22nd. It's now in the sign where Mercury is currently retrograde, and on the 25th, Mercury and the sun meet, giving us a moment of inner knowing, of personal clarity, an opportunity to just grok what all of this has meant for you. The Mercury retrograde is a profound time for investigating, for going back over, for digging up secrets, for confronting and facing a lot of really unpleasant stuff. We will all have X-ray vision on the 25th, and we'll probably be exercising it when we look in the mirror and see ourselves. Homing thought of the week. How can I improve? Fill in the blank. Song of the week. Got a bunch of them. An oldie that keeps coming around from the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper album, Fixing a Hole. Also, Everybody's Changing by, I think it's pronounced Keane, Keane, and Stronger by Kelly Clarkson. And the image of the week is hugging a tree. You'll find more about all of this in my forecast for October and also for the Libra new moon, which are at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I have lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. Lots of bonus content on patreon.com/Kathy Biehl. And I am really grateful to the people who have been keeping my work going by supporting me there. I post on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at The Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.